Hello there, welcome to Beautiful Disasters. Today I'm talking about Videodrome, which at the time was a complete catastrophe for David Cronenberg, but which is now viewed as one of his great films. I'm going to say straight off the bat, I'm a massive fan of Videodrome. I'm a massive Cronenberg fan. He's one of those directors that, even as a grown up, I was really inspired by him as one of those directors to watch everything he does and rewatch stuff. And, you know, he's one of those people you'd spend a fortune trying to get the early films and just keep following a career because there was just something going on there that was really wonderful. This is the VHS era where it was much harder to hold the films. So Cronenberg was always that director and Videodrome was always that film. Like, it was released in '82 and it didn't make much money. It was viewed as too weird and no one could quite understand it. A lot of people, even then, like the New York critics seemed to say there was a lot of interest there. There was something of interest with this film, but generally, it was viewed as just perverted and just odd. But it was one of those films that instantly hit video. People started to get it. It was something new. It was just one of those films that got into became a cult film almost instantly. So I heard about it for a long time before I saw it. It was one of those films that took for me. I think it was late '80s before I saw it because it was hard to get hold of. I mean, a lot of people thought it was perverted, so it was hard to get an uncut version out so you could buy it and see it, because it was just that kind of weird film that wasn't for everybody. I mean, I remember showing it to some people when I was a student and they were like, what the hell is this? You know, see that reaction. It's not, it really is the definition of not for everybody. But it is wonderful, but it's a strange film. So it's about a guy, played by James Woods, who runs this porno TV channel, very softcore, and he's just round buying tapes from different distributors to show in his station. He's getting by, but he's a kind of sleazeball, and then he finds this signal called Videodrome, which apparently is much more hardcore, and eventually he finds from watching it his idea of reality starts to change and he starts to hallucinate and he starts to lose his sense of identity and where he's going, and he's getting manipulated by different factions. One which is from Brown Oblivion, who's this sort of liberal media guy, another one, this right wing faction who wants to use the technology to eradicate their sleazy enemies and have a very kind of totalitarian, pure state. So you have two different types of figure with different agendas, you know, that are impacting them. So the whole film is him going back and forth between them. That could sound boring, but it's not, because of what Cronenberg brings to it. Cronenberg brings a lot of odd visuals and sci-fi stories. Cronenberg's not a director who throws a camera at everything, who edits really fast rather than he's a much more slower film. He actually he's much more interested in watching a character see something odd and react to it rather than having lots of weird excitement that takes you away from the central idea. He's much more interested in having a person have a conversation with the weirdness and try to figure out what it means. It means he's the exact opposite of the rediscovered and Blade Runner, who has all these visuals but there's no concrete ideas. Cronenberg's always got ideas and he's always got a kind of curious figure. James Woods is a great figure for him because the character never shuts up. He's always questioning things. He's always embracing whatever happens to him because he's self-aware as a sleazy guy. He knows who he is. He knows what he is. He's very immature, but he knows that he's not a very good citizen. He's just trying to hustle people. But as he starts to find hallucinations happening to him, he can kind of, because he's kind of shallow, he can kind of go with it and try and go with what's happening to him, try and work out what's going to happen next, try to embrace the problems he's got. So he starts to get like a vagina on his chest. He has a gun in his hand, it melts with his hand. He's got TV that comes out and shoots him. I mean, the TV turns into flesh. The flesh becomes a hand that shoots him. There's lots of stuff that's just insane, and but it's wonderful because Cronenberg actually just paces it so slowly that you have a chance to actually register what happened. You see the character register what happened, and then he'll take a left turn because he's really talking about, or he's writing about psychosis. So psychosis should not be normal A, B, C. It should be A, E, D type of thing where you're seeing something, you're losing context, then you get pulled back to something else, and you're trying to make sense of everything, but you can't because your baseline is gone. So you have to try and always make sense of it, and that whole film's like this, where you're always jumping around, but he can never work out who's doing what to him for what reason. So Oblivion talks to him about the future of communication, the future of how people interact with television, interact with media, and are defined by their interactions, which is something that's happened a lot more since then, and is one of the things that's which is selling point of the film, because it's the first one that really came out and said it's not just you've been affected by it, but it's become personal to you, and it may even change your body, and we can see that starting to come through now as you've got genetics and nanotechnology slowly being developed. Things are going to change in interesting ways. So this is the first one that's kind of looking at that and embracing what the kind of horror of it and the interesting elements of it. You've also got, because I mean before that you had things like what the power did in the 60s with High Mom and stuff like that was looking at your own voyeurism, taking the Hitchcock idea of voyeurism and taking it further to your own personal use. You 70s network, and now you had this, which was all about how it affected your body and your mind, how it physically was changing you. And also you've got the left wing, well, not the left wing, the right wing opposing the left wing, and they want it all be structured and all be focused on something they can understand, because the liberated elements of the story are all these metaphors, visual metaphors that are happening to Woods, and he hallucinates. The other ones don't want that. They want nice, happy family values, and they're willing to do anything to stop what he's saying and to eradicate those kind of people who want that. And so you see him becoming almost a plaything between both sides as they try and kind of get the agendas across. And of course there's no pure right one. There's always they're both flawed in their own way. One side more obviously flawed than the other, but they're both like elements that he can never quite get behind, so he's always trying to work his way around them. There's this whole talk about the new flesh, like what it is, and basically it's about evolution and how we're going to evolve as we create our own fantasies and can interact with fantasies, and how it's going to lead us. And it's something that still hasn't been worked out, which is one of the reasons why I think this film still was very important, because it's a way of speaking about something that is affecting us, is going to affect us for the next God knows how long, because it is about something we can't quite put a finger on of what we think about it. It's just the emotion of it this film kind of gets and can dramatise. So the film itself, to a lot of people, may be unsatisfying because it jumps back and forward all the time and it's a bit crazy. There's all these weird things happening. But if you actually watch it again, you can see there's lots of logic for everything. But you still get that feeling of just out of control. And that's what's great about it. It's out of control, but it's totally in control at the same time. And it's about things that are slowly developing within the human soul. So the film is wonderful. It's just wonderful. And it's a great cult film because it's hard to explain to anyone what it is. You just have to see it to understand it. You need to really invest in it. A lot of people can't invest in it. It's still a film that you wouldn't easily recommend to everybody. You'd recommend to people who you know can take that kind of thing, but it's not an easy recommendation to people who aren't so curious about things. So it's when it's a film that found its audience later. It's a film that may have been ahead of the curve too much because it was exploring a lot of ideas that people weren't quite ready for at the time. But now it looks a lot better because you can understand the context of what it's about now a lot easier because you're seeing the world go towards what it's about. So it's one of his most complicated films. It's one of Cronenberg's best films. It's one I definitely want to see. I would definitely recommend you seeing it as quickly as possible. So I hope you enjoyed this beautiful disaster. I'll be back soon with Alien 3.